All right. Hello, chat. How's it going? Hopefully well. We're back. We're playing a little Armored Core. Little Armored Core. Just doing some things that need to be done. Not for me or any YouTube channel that I own or anything of the sort. Just things to do for the sake of doing. Obviously. Naturally. That's what we're doing. Oh. There we go. The game is not capturing because of course it's not. There. It'll do. Chustler One. It doesn't have the same ring to it, you know? It doesn't roll off the tongue as nicely. There's your D2 hardcore. Don't even get me started. I farmed Countess for like 40 minutes probably this morning when I had a little, you know, no work time, a little play time. I didn't get a single rune. Like not one at all. I just wanted to make my stealth because I kind of forgot to do that. I got jack shit. So that's how mine is going. I'm not upset at all about it. Not at all. Ah, there he is. Would you rather Ace Combat Advance remake or Armored Core Mobile 2 remake? Let them both sit in their grave. He's upset. I'm a little annoyed, maybe, at the fact that the Act 1 boss, who's kind of like the boss for farming up runes, which the runes are used to craft like the best items in the game. And there's one that you can get like literally from Act 1 on normal that is incredible and also nearly perfect for my build. And I spent like 40 minutes farming. Did not get a single rune. Act 1? Countess? Yeah. You mean the tower? Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. I meant a boss in Act 1, not the Act 1 boss. I'm talking about Countess, yes. Not Andariel. Andariel. However the fuck you say it. I'm gonna just clear out the rest of... Granted, there's not a whole lot of stuff undone on this file. I'm gonna clean it out. I was about to say, no. See, I've played enough D2. Would you say your experience was ruined? Don't even. Don't you fucking do it, man. Don't you start with me. I was a little pissed. Not one. And while I was farming it, I was like casually going back to check the vendor to get a 2-socket chest piece. Didn't get one of those either. Granted, I didn't like hard farm that. I was just, whenever I went back while farming the boss, I went and checked it. Nothing. Nothing at all. What are you on about? Diablo 2. What are you on about? What are you on about? Huh? Murakumo. Problem occurred in the number 7 power plant of Isaac City. Oh. Due to security system trouble, the worker robots are out of control. I think I know this one. Most of the robots have already been captured or destroyed, but some of them have entered the grounds of the power plant. Luckily, no major accident has occurred so far. But we cannot leave the situation as is. Because of the location, ordinary measures are useless. This is where we need your help. We want you to destroy all of the robots within the power plant, but do not damage the generators, or you risk causing a major explosion. This'll go well. If you destroy a generator, we will deduct compensation from for the damages from your pay. The worker robots have no attack capability at all, but you must move cautiously. This will be good. Good morning. Good morning. Afternoon for me. But yeah, morning. Oh, yeah, this mission. Of all the things for me to click, just like, okay, let me clean up this save file. This is the first thing I end up finding. Top of my list.
System engaged.
Deal.
Do you read me, Raven?
Bro, that...
Hitting a generator could cause an explosion, so please be careful.
Well, yeah, there goes that. I think the pulse round went right through it. Or maybe... I don't know what it did. But good start. I'm getting paid well. I think they are going straight through them. It's fine. It's fine. I can tank that hit to my pay. Lag. Oh, that's the game. That's the game. That's slowdown from the explosions. I was confused for a second. That's normal Armored Core behavior. Okay, maybe this time. Maybe no rifle. I think I'm dead. Am
Target achieved.
I lived, bitch. How? Oh my God. You know, first try. That went well. My blade casually catching the side of the generator. Fuck's sake. right into the negative, but successful mission. If it works, it works. It just works. It does. It's the best way to get human plus quickly. Luckily for me, we've already got it on this setup. 9-ball needs it. Oh, this one I did on this file, but I yoinked the secret, I'm pretty sure. I want you to guard a new type of radar for the ACs, or 4 ACs that we have developed. Yeah, this is the one. A prototype model is now stored in a warehouse at the wharf, but for some reason the security system does not function at all. This is a good chance, or there is a good chance, sorry, that someone intentionally sabotaged the system. It is probably the work of Chrome agents. You must protect the radar for your mission to succeed. We do not know the enemy's target, but you must not let them steal or destroy the radar. Do not let anyone near the warehouse until the system, is restored. We are counting on you, Raven. I got this. Sorry. My grandma's texting me, which is unusual. Apparently my mom is not answering
System
her phone.
engaged.
My grandma's like, do you know where your mother is?
Enemy approaching. Danger. Danger. Danger.
Using default controls, of course. I am a real Raven. Someday I probably will check out dual analog patch, because I know a lot of people really enjoy playing with it. Grandma never texts me. That's why it kind of jump scared me for a second. I was like, what? I don't normally just get a message out of the blue.
Danger. Danger. Danger.
And of course, it's just... She calls my mom every day. Like, every single day. To talk on the phone. So, she's probably just been trying to call my mom and she's not answering. Context, my grandma is dead. I still got one. Oh, shit. Dude.
Enemy approaching. Danger.
I forgot
Danger.
how good
Danger.
this build was. I mean, of course, it's 9-ball. But seriously. Like, I should be at least having a bit of a hard time. Like, trying to shake the rust off on this control scheme and all that. It kind of just plays, though. It kind of just works.
Target achieved.
Dual analog patch is messed up for AC1 for some reason. Works fine with Project Phantasma and Master of Arena. Interesting. I haven't heard that. The guy who made the dual analog patches actually watches my shit. He's been in chat a few times, and I didn't even know it was him for a while. I don't even have the cheating, what's it? The grenade launcher is like kind of cheating, and I do have that. But 9-ball's actual like pulse rifle, when you fight him in AC1, even though it is this pulse rifle, has very different stats from the one that you can use. So this build is even like a slightly worse version of the actual AC1 9-ball build, and it still is just so easy to play. It's so easy to play. It's crazy. Be the real deal. Be like God. But yeah, there is a dual analog patch. I think for like genuinely all of the classic Control AC games, right? 4 or 5 pulses per second is insane. That's crazy. Also, sorry, well, I saw it, but I'm loved your Ace Combat and Resident Evil series. What will you tackle next? For now, I said it at the end of the RE4 DLC video, which is a weird place for it to have ended and for me to have said this. I recognize. I'm going to be finishing up the Yakuza videos before I start anything new. And then the actual new thing will be a secret until I start it. I don't even have it like locked down yet because the Yakuza stuff will take a bit. Even the PSP releases? Yeah, okay. That's how you know it's the best one. Plus it has a Mita. Is this Cleric's alt account? Is that what's happening here? What is with the sudden Armored Core Nexus love? Wait a minute. I gotta check to see if this has a secret part, because I don't know. Catapult. This one does not. Okay. Easy then. Why are you sipping at me? Is Nexus the bad one? Nexus isn't bad. It's far from my favorite, though. I just like Nexus. Come on to you. Cleric Armored Core. Blast Raven has dual analogs, so naturally that's how you know it's a good place to start the series. Yeah. Blast Raven is a great starting point for new players. No reason? How many Yakuza games do you have left? I think it's about 10. I think it's about 10. Ninebreaker is probably the only bad one, though it's okay, really. Look, Nexus I think is pretty solid. All things considered, Ninebreaker is Ninebreaker. Anyway, Chrome. We want you to break into the space station Kaide owned by Murakumo. Your goal is to destroy their new catapult. The space station has been unmanned since the Great Destruction and was left in orbit, but Murakumo has made secret modifications, turning it into a space base. We discovered that Murakumo has sent large amounts of material to the space station, and the catapult appears to be used to send the material elsewhere. We still don't know what they are up to, but still, it is in space. Wait. This is one of those moments where I read an Armored Core briefing and suddenly, for no reason, something just sounds funny. We still don't know what they are up to, but still, it is in space. It may be too late if we wait until the full story is known. Your space shuttle is ready. Go to the space station ASAP. We are counting on you. 11 if you count RGG Online, but you're not doing that, right? That face when it is in space. It is in space.
System engaged.
Number one silent line hater. Look, I don't hate silent
Intruders
line.
found in facility. Security personnel, move to intercept.
I just don't think it's as good as Armored Core 3.
Cannot unlock gate.
Okay. Oh god. I forget what the button even is. Oh. That's okay. Get me through there. Man, every time I have to do this mission, I have no clue where the fuck I'm going. This one is built like a
Emergency call.
maze.
Emergency call.
Shuttle speaking. Emergency. A Murakumo battleship is approaching. Halt operations. You have 3 minutes. Return immediately. I repeat, return immediately.
Target changed. Target changed.
Do I actually return? I can never remember. I always get so turned around in this one. Oh, I don't have full auto map in this head, do I? I want to go what route with Last Raven?
Cannot unlock gate.
What is she gonna do with the semen? Is she gonna rub it on her schlong? I need to know what happens.
That one is still
Cannot unlock gate.
wild.
My vibrate or my controller's vibrate. God damn.
How the fuck do I even get back?
Cannot unlock gate.
Bastards locked the gates on me. Okay, hold on. Do I just have to go, like... No, not to the other side. Worst Gen 3 game? You're out of your mind. Mods, ban him. Mods, gone. That one. Silence him. He's out of control.
Cannot unlock gate.
Well, I don't know what I thought would happen when I looped back. Wait, did I not loop back? Is this a different... Oh. I did not loop. I'm only joking. I don't know if I believe that. Am I fucking crazy? Where do I...
Target
There we go.
achieved.
Where do I go? Jesus. I'll take that pay, though. I'll absolutely take that pay. I want to say 3 is the best, but I find myself replaying 1 the most. I feel like 1 is so replayable because the missions are so simple. Is that crazy to say? Like, because the missions are so straightforward and so short, it's just so easy to, like, pick up AC1, blast through it real quick, and then kind of, you know, go on to something else. Like, it's so easy to pick up and play, I feel like. And I weirdly feel similarly about Project Phantasma. But that might be a little spicy. I don't know. It'd take years to get through all the content. Yeah, it's what's it? It is like a live service gacha title, which, you know, has my expectations in the floor, but Chrome paying 20k up front. Head for lunar base Roa. Roa has been unmanned and abandoned for a long time, but Murakumo has already dispatched forces intending to revive the base facilities. There are now no other usable lunar bases, so Roa is effectively the key to control of the entire moon. But a full frontal attack would deal a severe blow to the base itself. So this is our request. We want you to infiltrate the base alone and destroy the generator. Our main force will then retake the base in the confusion. Do not bother unnecessarily with enemies, but remaining ACs will be troublesome in the future, so try to destroy them on sight. We will reward you for each additional kill. The Murakumo are scheming to use the moon as a base for a terrible plot. The full story is unclear, but desperate men will stop at nothing. This is a very dangerous job. But we have faith that you can do it. We are counting on you, Raven. Apparently the story isn't bad, but like, yeah, I watched a bit of Devil Leon playing it out of curiosity. And yikes. Granted, I'm like, to be fair,
System engaged.
so incredibly biased against gacha in general. But like,
Attention intruders. This facility
I would-
is Murakumo property. Leave immediately. Anyone disobeying will be shot. I repeat,
I would at least try
leave
to look
immediately.
beyond the gacha while still condemning it for the gacha. But it really just doesn't seem like there's a whole lot there. Man. Oh, yeah, there it is. I lost the controls for a second. It was bound to happen. It's been a minute. Default minus 3 points. It really is. It just... It's the worst. I didn't even get up to the story that was out when I had started playing. RGG Online seems like the same deal. Have they kept adding story? I kind of thought that there was... Or that it was a situation of, like... The game just has its story, and then... What's it? There's like all sorts of like end game and I think like PvP stuff beyond that. That's the more like long-term side of the game. Well, I think I just flew in a big circle. I didn't realize it was still going. Yeah, it is. It's still up. It's still going. Okay, maybe you. Maybe this elevator on the side. Some of the AC1 missions on the Chrome route near the end, I do not enjoy quite so much. Missions like this that I'm just like, where the fuck am I going? I have no idea at any time. Oh my god. And who put so many turrets in here? Jesus, man. Oh, there we go. Working for Chrome? Yes, sir. Damn. I don't... Oh, that did hit. How would you feel about a non-free-to-play gacha? Like gacha that you have to pay into and then do the gacha? Oh, shit. Excuse me? Do I not blow these up? I thought I did. Do they just have a ton of health?
Emergency. Emergency.
It's a yes.
Trouble in generator room. This facility will self-destruct in 2 minutes to maintain secrecy. All workers evacuate immediately. Raven, call off the attack. Quickly return to the shuttle.
Paid gacha in an already paid game is insanity. That's what my thought would be. What? Whoa. Oh. There we go. Bounced off the door frame. It's okay. He's a professional. He knows what he's doing. Oh, bounced off the door frame again. Jesus Christ. I go back the way I came, right?
1 minute to self-destruct. Leave immediately.
Which would be this way, I think. Oh, the elevator. I pray it's this way. My lack of auto map.
Target achieved.
Was that way? Okay. Imagine trying to escape this on tank treads. You probably... Oh, I don't know if you can. That felt kind of tight with a fast build. I would imagine that you must be able to. But at the same time... I don't know. Out of debt? We've been out of debt. Come on. Oh, it was arms that I was trying to clear out. God, there are so many arm weapons in Gen 1, I forget. Okay, I'll just chill out there. I haven't been watching, to be honest. We've been making a lot of money because all the missions that I'm clearing out are the end game missions from the Chrome route. You can just have the wrong build. That's what I was thinking, is like, I would imagine that you could do it, but then I was like, but early gen games do have moments. Oh. They do have moments where sometimes it's just like, yeah, this build, it's not gonna do it. It's just not. Surely a tank can? I don't know, tank? Probably with Human Plus, a tank could. I would think. Not 100%, but I would think a tank could with Plus. Without Plus, could be iffy. Terrible news just came in. Murakumo has gotten hold of the most horrible fruit of mankind's madness still in space. The giant gun, Justice, is now under the control of Murakumo. The weapon which drove all of humanity underground at the time of the Great Destruction is certain to seal the fate of the world if it is fired at our planet now. This is no longer just between us and Murakumo. The weapon's only weakness is the enormous amount of time and energy it takes to charge up. We may still be in time. I think Chrome or Murakumo's better. The route, I like the Murakumo route a lot more, just in terms of its missions. The only way to stop it is to destroy the firing system itself. Your best bet is to destroy the peripheral energy chargers to delay the firing, and then blast through the multiple force fields to get close enough to destroy the firing system. The best space shuttle we have is ready and waiting. Go into space ASAP. We are counting on you. Hold on. This one I'm almost certain has a secret part, but I don't remember exactly where. Oh, does it not? I thought this one did. It does not. Apparently. But still, it is in space. Why can they even go to space? I thought they were underground. They're not, like, trapped underground. They can go on the surface. AC-3 is the one where they can't even make their way up. That's Gen 3. Yeah, they live underground, but in, like, ACs and shit, they can go up on the surface. It's because of Genobi. I think the story is a little more interesting on the
System
Chrome
engaged.
route. Like, Murakumo having all of the crazy
Emergency.
space weapons and
Unknown
shit
intruders detected. All blocks move to intercept.
is kind of awesome.
Shoot on sight.
By destroying the energy supply unit in the wall, we can buy some time.
Damn, these guys can
Must
take some
win
energy
this battle.
damage.
3 minutes to full charge.
The fuck is that? My god, what is that? Damn. Oh my god, I lost it a little bit there. You can really zip around and just spam the pulse rifle with this build. It's kind of awesome. Nine Ball knows what he's doing. Or sorry, Chustler One knows what he's doing when building an AC, I have to say. Clearly has the right idea. Oh my god, there's so many of them. It's okay. We just return fire and it works.
Target achieved.
That's how you gotta do it. Prototype weapons you test in the other mission show up? Is that what those are? Those little mini ones? No, I swear, because the prototype is like big, isn't it? I can't remember whose prototype that is. Whether it's Chrome. I think it is Chrome's. Right? The prototype thing? Isn't that Chrome's prototype? It's been a minute. That is Chrome's. Okay, I thought so. It's been a while, but I remember. Space Grok, generate me an overpowered build. It's funny that, like, even without the cheated crazy pulse rifle and everything, this probably is one of the best builds that I've played in Armored Core 1 that aren't just, like, human plus Karasawa builds, right? Granted, human plus still, but this is legitimately one of the stronger builds I've messed around with, and it's just copying the final boss's build. And this is the nerfed version of it. It's not even at full potential. You can get the cheat, but you have to do it through cheats. Literally. Shoguners. How dare you, Mikkel? How dare you? I'm at least a Shogar mediate by this point. I have to be. There are a lot of overpowered builds in Gen 1 without Sawa. Yeah, I'm saying just this one is like, aside from Human plus Karasawa, which is still definitely the best that I've played on AC1, this might legitimately be the strongest build I've played. Just aside from doing the generic, you know, blast the game easy mode build. I'll have me a Human plus Sawa build, and I'd like to use the Moonlight too, daring today. Exactly. There is kind of an optimal AC1 setup. And it might be at least a little similar to that. Oh yeah, a subject from the Plus Next Generation experiments has escaped from the lab. This is a highlight mission. I forget how cool this one is. We cannot divulge any details, but a certain experiment seems to have adversely affected the mind of the subject. An eyewitness said that the subject is completely deranged. An ex-Raven, he ran amok with his AC in the city, mowed down a guard detachment, and ran away above ground. We found him in an abandoned skyscraper in the old city. If we leave the situation as is, we don't know when he will start running amok again. Go to the skyscraper now and destroy him and his AC. Hiccup, sorry. We regret having to resort to such measures, but there is nothing else we can do. The footing is very poor at the site, so if you enter into combat, be very careful not to fall. When he escaped, he took a prototype AC part with him. You don't have to return the AC part. If you find it, it's yours. We're counting on you. Well, that is a nice reminder that there's definitely a part in this mission. Strafe east off the platform and onto a broken walkway. The lowest catwalk contains the gold-colored generator. Simply strafe east off the platform.
System engaged.
Do I start facing north? Simply strafe east. Oh, I see it already. I don't know if I can walk on that. I must be able to. Oh.
Out of area. Combat halted.
If you slip the tiniest bit, you just go right off the side of it. Oopsie daisy. If you just do a little slip. Agreed. Replaying AC1. I'm cleaning up the 9-ball file for no reason in particular.
Get the fuck out of my call right now.
That's a failure on my record. All right, hold on. Can't be having that. Just cannot be having that. Will not be having that. Will not. The quad legs build I stole from a GameFAQs guide was so damn good. I've heard a lot of people say that Armored Core 1 quad legs are the best leg type in the game. Definitely not B-roll for a second channel or anything. No. Nothing of the sort. Oh my god, Ready or Not mention reminds me. Did you guys see they're making Ready or Not 2? They announced?
System engaged.
I'm conflicted by that announcement. I'll be real. Because I feel like Ready or Not, especially the way that it's been handled over like the last few months, is kind of just a game that would be better off
Target obtained.
like updating and iterating on what's already there rather than just going straight into a full sequel. You know? My thoughts, at least. Because I love Ready or Not, but the last, like, 6 months or so, they've mishandled that game like crazy. Like, that game is not what it once was, and it's sad. So it makes me worry that they're just immediately like, all right, we're starting up the second one. It scares me a bit. Missiles for the win.
Target achieved.
But if you put a 2 on it, you can charge full price again. Exactly. Hustler One get bored, and now it's just doing missions it assigns to the other Ravens. Yeah, he's just doing them himself. Fuck it. But yeah, that kind of worries me with Ready or Not. For sure. At least they're not ruining the first one further. Yeah, but I would like rather have them try to fix the existing one back up. And really, like, not to be that guy, but Ready or Not is absolutely a game where, like, the game at its core is already exactly what it needs to be. Like, I don't know what you're gonna do in a full standalone sequel that's really going to enhance the experience all that much compared to what it already has. I feel like it kind of benefits more just from, like, expanding the sandbox and the available content rather than spending, like, the next 5-6 years working on a second one and then charging full price for it again. Shit. I say 5 or 6 years just given how the development of the first game went. Because holy shit. No, too ready to not. One of the most fun runs that I've done recently was just a lightweight SSVT leg build using only the AR-1000 and a Moonlight or other blade. That does sound kind of fun, to be honest. Did you know it's based off the SWAT franchise? Yeah, I played SWAT 3 and 4 a lot, like, before Ready or Not came around. And SWAT 4 might still be the GOAT, even in a post-Ready or Not world. SWAT 4 was fucking nice, man. But, like, that's the thing. Like, if they just added in more of those sandbox elements and stuff that SWAT 4 had, that Ready or Not doesn't currently have, I feel like that would be better than just, like, spending half a decade on a full premium release again. But I don't know. For better or for worse, the Human Plus technology is extremely advanced and complex. For this reason, it almost certainly has some extremely unstable side effects. We cannot be sure that this kind of incident has not happened in the past. Yes, I am referring to that man. I'll be in touch. The atmosphere of SWAT 4 was amazing. Bro, it was unreal. The atmosphere in SWAT 4 is so good. It's really, really fucking good in Ready or Not, too. I think SWAT 4 probably will still have my favorite atmosphere. Just because, like, there's a nostalgia factor tied to it. But Ready or Not did that really well. And then the console release happened, and it's a whole new story now, but The console release definitely hurt the atmosphere a good bit. I'm still just baffled by them. Like, I get if you need to make a slightly different version. I want to try to do this cleaner. Sorry, I didn't say it out loud. That last one was kind of a mess. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I get if the game wasn't gonna run well on console and you needed to downgrade some things to get it working on console, do that for the console release. Them actively like downgrading the PC version of the game in tandem with releasing that version on
System
console
engaged.
just for the sake of the console version is still crazy to me. Like I've never wrapped my head around that from a development perspective. There's like, oh yeah, we have an existing version that's like exactly what we want. It needs to, you know, have some sacrifices made to it for the console version. So we'll just cut those things from the existing version too. That'll do it. I don't know, man. The way this guy flies, I thought I could do it cleaner. I don't know if I really can. Definitely not if I run out of energy. Oh, I got him. Does Ready or Not have crossplay?
Target achieved.
I don't actually know, to be honest with you. I mean, I just accidentally opened Steam. My bad. I clicked the wrong button on my second monitor while trying to mess with OBS for a second. Oh, it is cross-platform. Okay. Maybe that's why they did it. Still stupid, but you know, yeah, it's so weird to me. Because there must have been some reasoning behind it. Right? Like, there has to have been something behind it that was like, this is why it needs to be done this way. And I would assume it was something technical, especially like if crossplay is a thing and factoring that in. But even then, like, there are so many games that have crossplay across like different versions. Say like, I don't know, Call of Duty that has crossplay on like PC, the current gen PlayStation and Xbox, and the last gen PlayStation and Xbox still have Black Ops 7 releasing on them, right? And all of those versions of the game can play together and coexist, even though like the PS4 version is pretty borked and the Xbox One version is pretty borked. They can still play with the other versions, and the other versions can still be fine. Didn't they also censor it for consoles? Yeah, which that was probably something that needed to be done just to get around like regulations, whether it be for Microsoft or for Sony. But that was part of that controversy too, was that some of the more graphic stuff was censored for the console release and retroactively censored for the PC release as part of that big update as well. But I think that was probably because of like policies and like guidelines from one of the console vendors. I don't know which one it would be. To be honest, I don't know which one would be stricter in terms of stuff like that. As in like not safe for work or just gore? Not, well, I guess kind of both. But it was more like, so Ready or Not is a SWAT like sandbox simulation sort of game, right? Was an ESRB thing, but they were already rated by ESRB when they released in 1.0 on PC. Like the whole thing is weird to me, right? sorry, but it's a SWAT game, and one of the things that this game like really marketed itself on, I'm familiar with it, okay, was like that they weren't pulling their punches with it, and they were really trying to show
banana.
like some of the horrible things that can happen or that can be like come across during these operations or whatever. So like there's one in particular that I remember, because I remember when this got added to the game during early access, and I was playing it with my buddies who were also really into it, and we would play every update when it was in early access. There's one where you're just like going through this big like fancy house in, it's basically like a Hollywood mansion sort of thing aesthetically. And then you get down into the basement of the house, and suddenly you find like a child sex trafficking ring in the basement. It's sort of like the mid-mission plot twist that's entirely done through gameplay. It's just like as you're clearing the property and you get down there, you find like this big holy fuck thing in the basement that you weren't expecting going in. And stuff like that got censored as part of the, what's it? The console release to be less graphic. Oh, wow. And yeah, one of them is a college campus, and the mission on it is an active shooter, where it's literally just one perpetrator going around the map somewhere, firing on civilians, and you have to find them and stop them. And they had stuff like that. That was like very much, we're not gonna pull punches with this game is kind of the best way to say it. And a lot of that got toned back for the console version. I can pull up the name of the mansion. I beat that in quick play. Yeah, that one stuck with me. I will never forget playing that with my buddies. We were like, oh, Ready or Not update. They added a few new missions. Let's go. Let's check them out. And then we got into the basement of the house, and it was like, oh no. It was really like shocking, genuinely shocking. As was the, bro, the college campus one is crazy the first time you play it. The atmosphere in that mission in particular was fucking nuts. Just cause you're like, damn, this is like very real. You know, it's one of those where you play something and you're just like, wow. I really don't know how to word it otherwise. This one does have a hidden part as well. I'm just checking them now to try to be sure. Valley of the Dolls. That rings a bell. There's a whole plot line behind all the campaign missions. Yeah, we tried to like go back and replay the whole thing front to back once the campaign had like fully been finished. Because that was a huge update where it was like there's an actual set order to the missions, and there's like a shit ton of lore attached to all of them and everything that wasn't there during the early access stages. And I think we got like halfway before we kind of tapped out, because honestly we spent more time like during the mission briefings trying to go through all the lore and learn everything than we spent actually playing the game. So about halfway through the campaign, we kind of dropped off. We had already played all the missions. Like, I've played all the missions aside from the newer DLC stuff. But I don't know, like, half of the story of Ready or Not at this point. Because we tried. We made a good effort. But it was a lot of lore. It was a fuck ton of lore. Honestly, it's one of those games where, like, even though everything is in the game and put right in front of you to, like, easily digest, it's probably a story that's better told in a YouTube video, to be totally real. Because trying to go through and get every last bit of it through the game takes forever. Like, forever. Anyway, Guard Factory entrance. This one is from Chrome. I think I cleaned up the Murakumo route stuff for the most part then. If we're back to this. I remember. I remember trying to find the hidden part on this one on one of the playthroughs post 100%. Okay. Just that image was a flashback. We have uncovered a plan to destroy our underground facility in the Whiteland area. We think that Murakumo is behind it. We're not sure of the specific details, but since the factory is underground, they can't do anything unless they get inside. So we want someone to guard the entrance of the factory. The gate cannot be opened from outside as long as the lock system is not destroyed. We will need several days to put up a full-scale security system. Of course, we will pay you during that period, whether or not there is an attack. Not a bad job. That's what I was going to say. That's a good deal. Do it well. That's a good deal. Pay no matter what. We take those. We take those. Basically, has the city get obliterated if you don't do it right? Oh my god.
System engaged.
Okay, northwest corner of the
Enemy
map.
approaching. Danger. Danger.
Or sorry,
Danger.
northeastern corner. Near the boundary red line. Hold on, enemies. I must reach the northeast boundary. There is a part in this box.
Booster obtained.
Thank you. Let's go back to the objective now. Hold on. Oop. Hey, they didn't pay me to guard that. I'm here to guard the lock system. Why are these planes fucking drifting along the ground? Drones, probably. Not planes. There's a difference, chat. There's a difference. Oh, they didn't pay me to guard that one either. In fairness. Snow speeders. Airborne snow speeders. Sometimes. Half the time. Oh, oh, oh.
Enemy approaching. Danger. Danger. Danger.
Where? Oh, it's just another wave of them? That doesn't sound like a plane, drone thing.
Target destroyed. Combat halted.
Oh. Maybe missiles. Maybe missiles would be good. Now this is a game intended for a gentleman and a scholar. Yes, and then there's me. Like, I make 9-ball. But yes. I want that nearly perfect record. That close enough to perfect record. I want it. Judge is basically an MK Ultra super soldier. Which is why he doesn't get stressed by the events of each mission. Okay, this lore sounds goofy as fuck. I might need to look into it more. Because I played that game for years before they even added the actual story in. Like, legitimately, for, I think it was like 2 or 3 years that that game was in early access, I want to say. That I was playing it, like, on and off pretty much just whenever they updated it, and I went back to it. And, like, the only real story was just whatever lore you pieced together from playing the missions. Because there wasn't even, like, a set order. Like, there wasn't even a given order of the missions to take place in or anything. It really was just however you pieced it together, the way that you played it.
Booster obtained.
That or just looking at it as completely separate, you know, events. which for the most part was just the easiest way to think about it during early access period. Was just like, it's all just random. Shit. Missiles for sure. Until they get close like that. Oh, god damn it. You bitch. Excuse me? He's giving me the whole fucking runaround. There we go. Got his ass. First try.
Enemy approaching.
The missiles are more consistent.
Danger. Danger.
You should replay Ninebreaker. I don't think I will. No, I don't think I will. Oh, there we go. I feel like these guys are definitely the biggest threat to the system. Is it just one? Seems like it's just one of those guys. Oh, maybe not.
Target destroyed.
Motherfucker.
Combat halted.
God damn it. God damn it. Seems like your core wasn't armored enough. The Leon memes of him, like, going in and dispatching whatever big enemy or protagonist there is of any franchise and then giving them a cheesy one-liner. This running bit is hilarious. I've seen some really good ones. Legit top 7 of the franchise. AC1, I really like AC1 in terms of like simplicity and replayability. But AC1 also has some definite like first game syndrome, you know? Where just pretty much as soon as like MOA, the formula had already been evolved and refined so much by comparison to this game.
Engaged.
And it's not that AC1 is bad in that sense, but like
danger.
Compared to what FromSoft would do with Armored Core after, it's not quite the same. And yes, I've seen Crazy Frog Leon as well. Those are great. And I saw the one where they put Leon and Gideon on tricycles for their battle instead of motorcycles. That might be one of my personal favorites. This is going way better. Those aren't hitting. Where the fuck is this guy?
Enemy approaching. Danger.
There's one on my radar that I just cannot find. And yes, the platformer hurts all. It does have one of the worst final missions out of the series for sure. And it's like, I would not hate, well, That's a lie. I was gonna say, I wouldn't hate the rest of AC1's final mission if it weren't for that one part, the platformer part, but that's absolutely a lie, because the 9-ball fight is BS here too. The 9-ball fights, plural. Don't forget it. They make you do it twice. Well, you can skip it, but they intend for you to do it twice, which is insanity.
Target achieved.
Absolute insanity. If I missed the DLSS discussion, no, there's not really much of a discussion to be had about it, to be honest. It's a shitty AI filter. It's all it is. I don't know why they're even labeling it as DLSS, to be honest. Like, have they just attached it to DLSS in the sense that it is lowering the native resolution and then trying to cover it with that shitty AI filter? We received the report on the battle. You did quite a job. We didn't expect so much firepower to be thrown into the fight, but the fact that you managed to repulse them all by yourself was amazing. I like it. To tell the truth, we thought of you Ravens as no more than convenient throwaways, but I guess we will have to rethink our position. Well, anyway, good job. That is all. Don't you want Grace to look like Kylie Jenner? It's so bad. Grace's isn't even the worst. What drives me nuts, it's not even the faces. It's the fact that just, A, they thought this was an idea that would go over well. And B, is that like, it erases so much more than like, you know, facial model identity. Like, the lighting gets totally fucked. Because it's just straight up, the AI filter decides what it wants the lighting to be. So there's no more like intentional framing or like light source placement or anything. It's just the AI filter on a whim decides what the lighting will look like that time around, which is so dog shit. Is actually doing some sort of lighting calculations in the game, like they're wording it deceptively. I saw that. I saw that they were like wording it in a way that made it seem like it was calculating it within the engine of the game or some shit, when it's just not. It's just not. Have been getting torn to shreds. I was gonna say that too. I watched the Digital Foundry coverage of it, and honestly, it pissed me off. Like, it actively pissed me off the way that they were just gobbling it up and like praising it like it is the next big technological step forward for gaming. I was just like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, are you dead serious right now? There's no way. There's no fucking way that they're actually serious. They are. But it genuinely did piss me off. I'm not the kind of guy who's gonna like go to Twitter and post about being pissed off about it. But like, what? What? And this is one of those moments where I've said this about like Nvidia and AMD stuff a few times whenever one of them has done some fucky shit. The thing is that needs to be realized with this DLSS 5 thing is that if there is no course correction on this, like if Nvidia doesn't look at the negative reaction and decide to change their approach with this or just ditch the idea altogether, you know what happens once this tech actually comes around, which mind you is going to be a bit. There actually is something funny about that. But you know what happens when it does? Is it's going to be in the console market. I almost said games. It's going to be in the console market. Like Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo, whoever. Probably Nintendo least of all. Nintendo is pretty actively anti-AI when it comes to gaming stuff. But this stuff will make its way into the console market. It doesn't end at being an optional setting on PC only. It just simply starts there and then will make its way into everything else. Now, the funny thing, in terms of it taking a while, I have not seen many people bringing this up, but the DLSS 5 demo that they were showcasing this with, like the rig that they were rendering all of these showcase shots on was disclosed, and that rig, to be able to apply the DLSS 5 filters and everything, was running not one but two 5090s to be capable of doing this. Why are we even talking about this if this requires two $2,000 GPUs to be able to even render? What? What? That's insane. No one has that. No one has that. What are we talking about? That's $4,000 in GPU alone. And like, we talk about my Juice PC, and people on occasion when they ask like, what are my specs? And I tell them, they're like, holy fuck, that's an expensive PC. This PC was like $2,800 to build. Those two GPUs alone are $4,000. That's without getting any other components for the PC. What? What? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, NVIDIA? They're saying they plan to have it running on one GPU. It's crazy talk. It's crazy talk. My brain immediately thinks there's no way the optimization develops at that rapid of a pace. There's no way that by this fall, they're going to be like, all right, 5090 users, you can use it and run the game. It's fine. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. Other news, other gaming news that I bet not as many people will be talking about, at least probably not so much today. You know, I tend to just kind of wait until one of these subjects gets brought up. You guys see that Starfield shit? You guys see that Starfield like dev announcement this morning? Has anyone seen this? Because Starfield is having like their kind of Starfield 2.0 moment that they just announced this morning. It's apparently happening in like the beginning of April too. It's really close. I watched it in work, bro. I'm actually like, I watched that and I'm like, dude, I might have to give Starfield another run. I might have to go back and give it another shot with this, because they're fixing everything that like pissed me off about the game and made me not want to play the game. Because there was a lot that I liked about Starfield, but like the space travel and stuff made me so angry that I just dropped the game like 20 hours in. Like it annoyed me so much that I stopped playing entirely. But this whole big 2.0 update, chat, like, guess what? Guess what? The traveling from planet to planet, you fly manually through space. It's no longer a fast travel loading screen. You actually can do the space travel yourself. I bet the fast travel is still there as an option, but like for people like me who want that fucking space adventure fantasy thing that the game was kind of marketed on, you know, like that was the whole point, I thought. You can actually now fly your ship like through the galaxy manually. It's not a fucking loading screen anymore. And beyond that, you can set it into like cruise mode while you're doing it, and the ship will like autopilot to your destination in real time like that. And you can get up out of the pilot seat and like go around your ship and do stuff and like look out the windows while you're flying through the galaxy at light speed. And I'm like, this is the space fantasy that I actually wanted Starfield to be, and that I was so pissed that it wasn't, right? Like, this is the thing. This is the thing that I was hoping the game would be initially. And there's a ton of other stuff, but for me, the space travel thing was like, oh my god. That's what I wanted. That's what this game should have been. That was always what I wanted Starfield to be, man. I'm happy. No Man's Sky moment? It feels like it. I tweeted about it and I said, like, this seems like it's going to be the No Man's Sky / Cyberpunk 2.0 moment for Starfield. Granted, there's less hype behind Starfield. Actually, that's not true. No Man's Sky, after its launch, was probably in a similar spot, like, community sentiment-wise, to where Starfield is right now. To be completely fair, like, after No Man's Sky's initial launch, it was rough. No one gave a shit. Until they fixed it, right? Other news, Tekken 8 Season 3. It's still Tekken 8. Bro, I've seen so much Season 3 stuff, Raiden. It's not even that it's still Tekken 8. It's that it's Season 2 2.0. We got God. Like, what? What? Have you seen the Heihachi stun lock on block? Season 3 Rage is real. If anyone hasn't seen it, they added a new move to Heihachi that's supposed to be a charge move that you can get hit out of while you charge it. But if you actually get the charge built up and you hit them, even if they block it, you're positive, right? Because they failed to interrupt the move. It's one of those knowledge check frame trap things. They fucked it. They fucked the implementation of this move. It comes out charged and makes you positive on block no matter what. So Heihachi right now, and guess what? It's a charge move, so it deals chip damage, like a big chunk. Heihachi right now can stun lock you by just looping this move that's straight up implemented incorrectly. And even if you're blocking, or if you attempt to sidestep, you are stun locked to death. Just from Heihachi spamming the input over and over. Because it instantly comes out charged. It's bugged. It straight up is not working. He's able to throw it with the uncharged frame data, but get the charge move variant just by pressing the button. Like, Season 3 has stuff like that all over the place from what I've seen already, and it's only been out for like 12 hours. Like, this is just for the initial wave of people finding the new bullshit that got added. Like, Clive has some similar stuff now. Lydia got an insane buff, despite Lydia being explicitly stated as a character who was getting nerfed. Lydia is buffed like crazy. I've been seeing her doing like 140 damage combos on Twitter this morning. The whole like heat smashes won't wall splat anymore. Yeah, that's also not working correctly, and people are still getting wall splats on heat smash. Not every character, mind you, but a lot of characters are still getting wall splat on heat smash. And even the characters that were explicitly shown, like Hwoarang, to have it taken away in the promotional material ahead of time, there are certain interactions that you can set up for that allow you to still get the wall splat. This, like, genuinely, the Season 3 update is Season 2, but worse. They took the existing state of the game's balance and they Season 2'd it again. Like, they gave it a second dose of Season 2. And Kazuya got buffed all over the place. And I'm honestly like, Kazuya didn't need buffs. Why are we buffing Kazuya? They didn't give him any new moves, to be fair. He's like one of the only characters that didn't get any new moves. But like, why are we buffing Kazuya? They're buffing his frame data on his corkscrew. And his corkscrew that they added with season 2 was one of the moves that like eviscerated his character identity compared to what it was before. And instead of fixing that or removing the move or whatever to, you know, resolve that issue, as they had stated in like the, you know, patch note, or sorry, not the patch notes, the blog posts and stuff ahead of time, they were like, we want to further refine character identity and weaknesses. Kazuya's weakness that got eliminated last year by this move, they now buffed this move. So his character identity is even further away from what it should be than it was in season 2. Because they just straight up buffed the frame data on it. They made him recover like 2 frames faster out of it. Which doesn't sound like a lot, but if you know Kazuya and you know that corkscrew move, why? There's zero fucking reason that he should be recovering faster out of that move. If anything, it should be slower. Like, what are we doing? It's genuinely just, I'm fucking baffled by season 3. Tekken 8. Mostly because they straight up marketed this season as we're going back to basics. We're going to focus in more on character identity and weaknesses to make the entire roster feel unique and less homogenized. These are things that the team said to us directly pre-release. And the patch comes out, and none of it was true. Like, none of what they were saying ended up happening in this patch. In fact, the opposite of all that happened in this patch. I'm actually baffled. Like, I've very rarely in gaming seen such cases of the developers saying they are going to do something and then just straight up doing the exact opposite thing. And it's not even like, oh, whoopsie, we kind of ruined the implementation by accident. We'll fix it in like a couple weeks. It's like, no. No, conceptually, foundationally, this patch is the opposite of A, what the community wanted it to be, and B, what you told the community it would be. Like, it's crazy to me. It's insane to me that it turned out that way. Because when you say it out loud, it is legitimately like they knew the patch they were cooking. And they knew what the community wanted that patch to be, so they told the community that it would be what they wanted, knowing full well that it was the opposite of what the community was hoping for, and then just kind of dropped the patch last night, and I guess hoped that they wouldn't immediately get called out for it, which of course they did. Like, what do you mean? What? Do it again and again for over a year? It's insane. I'm genuinely just like, I had to uninstall Tekken just to make some space temporarily for having like 2 huge video projects on my system at one time. I needed the extra like 90 gigabytes or whatever it is. And I don't know if I want to reinstall it. Now that the Requiem video is done and I have the space to reinstall it, I'm just kind of sitting here like, do I want to? Defense, sidestep improved. So did the auto alignment. Oh my god. Dude. There's a whole lot of that in this patch too. They buffed string alignment on certain characters, not on everyone, but like Raiden. You need to listen if you haven't heard this. They buffed the tracking off of Reina's forward 2 into Sentai. And they also buffed Reina's like rolling around on the floor into armor break tracking. So that Reina just fucking tracks you. Even on like her most telegraphed most definitively sidesteppable attacks, they buffed the tracking. Because fuck you, back to basics. You can tell. I'm actually, like, appalled by this patch. It's insane to me what they did with this patch. Mostly because they actively lied about what the patch would be just to build excitement within the community, only to release it the way that they did. It's crazy talk to me. Like, that's the part that pisses me off. If it was just a bad patch, it's a bad patch. Happened last year. I just took a break from playing. But this time, it's a bad patch. It's probably a worse patch. Maybe about the same. Hard to say right now. But they knew it was a patch that the community would be pissed about. So they lied to get the community excited regardless. And then just dropped another awful balance patch. That's the part that pisses me off. Now no sidestep? Yeah, you fucking eat that mix. And they buffed her high armor breaking option out of stance as well. So, or not armor break, guard break. I keep saying armor break, guard break. They buffed that. The frame data on it, yeah, they buffed it. The tracking high guard break, they buffed it. Because back to basics. Anyway, I don't know how long I've been ranting, but capture space station. We have decided to carry out an operation intended to occupy the Murakumo's base of activities, the space station Kaide. Since our single ship attack failed the other day, the pace of the Murakumo's activities in space have picked up extraordinarily. Large amounts of material have been carried off to space, and Kaide is rapidly becoming a fortress. If we leave this as is, it will only become more difficult to act later. Our first division has already begun fighting. Your mission is to support the invasion troops. Bring material to the supply vehicles engaged in combat. The enemy forces are more numerous than expected, and the supply material may not be in time. Place the material in the catapult. Capture the catapult and pass the material onto the supply core. Murakumo is planning something in space. I almost said in the space. We must stop them before it is too late. It was a solid 10-minute rant. Tekken does that to me, man. Because I, like, just about a month ago now, at this point, I was playing Tekken a lot more. I was, like, getting my Kazuya to Tekken
System
King.
engaged.
You know, I was having a good time, relatively. But then I would get those matches against characters that were just BS, like Anna, sorry. And I was just like, man, this character. I hate playing this character so much that it would, like, make me not want to play the game for the rest of the night or whatever. Because I would just get so tilted by the character's design, the Season 2 bullshit. And I'm an exceptionally patient gamer. I'm kind of known for it. But I would have those matchups where I'm just like, dude, like, this shit makes me not want to play the game. So I kind of said, like, okay, these things make me not want to play the game. I don't have fun because of these things. I can wait a month until that big back to basics patch is out and fixes up all the balance and everything. And then I'll be able to play this game and, like, solidly have fun the whole time instead of taking a chance on whether or not my matchup will be fun. So I waited. I was like, I'm gonna put Tekken off to the side for a bit. I'll come back when it's good again. And then this patch dropped, and I'm now here like, oh, there's always next year? Question mark. Season 4 can't come soon enough. Maybe they'll get the message this time, maybe not, we'll see. Because, like, as if Season 2 wasn't a big enough drama for them to be like, oh, the Tekken, like, player base really doesn't like the direction that our balancing is moving in. I'm so confused by the whole thing.
Cannot unlock gate.
Oh. My bad. Wrong gate. This is what the Helldivers 2 community is going through currently.
Gate.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Season 1 of Tekken 8 had its issues, but like compared to Season 2, we didn't know how good we had it with Season 1 until Season 2 came around, right? Like, it was one of those where we were, like, now looking back on it, it's like, man, what I would give to go back to the balanced state of, like, Season 1 Tekken 8. Where, like, Dragunov was kind of bullshit. I'm trying to remember who else was just fucked in Season 1. Nina was pretty bullshit. Still is. But for the most part, Season 1 felt really, really good, especially for, like, first year of a new fighting game, right? Especially considering that Tekken 8 didn't get, like, its arcade release. It's the first Tekken that didn't spend, like, a couple years in arcades before it went to console. So it kind of was, like, Tekken 8 arcade, and that first revision was so solid. And then Season 2 just, woof, man. And now Season 3 just seems like Season 2 remastered. Just all the big problems of Season 2 are now, like, amplified by Season 3. And it's so weird because, like, I don't know, some people disagree. But I'm of the opinion, at least, that, like, the DLC characters
Target obtained.
of Season 2 started to really seem like they understood the general direction that we wanted things to go in. Especially with, like, Armor King and Miarizu. Like, those characters had some bullshit, but they kind of played like a Tekken character. Where they had some bullshit that you had to know about and know how to react and everything, but they had, like, solid damage, solid execution requirements, although Miari's were easier, but her combos were pretty tough. Her combo structure is pretty tough to get the hang of, to be fair. Like, it felt like with the DLC characters especially, the team was really getting a good idea of, like, how to make characters have strong identities in both strengths and weaknesses. And now I'm just confused.
Cannot unlock gate.
I'm very much just confused. I just have no idea what's going on.
Cannot unlock gate.
Yeah, no Clive 2.0, right? All is forgiven if they had Kiryu or Ichiban. I would want Majima more than Ichiban. I would take anyone from Yakuza, but I feel like Majima would be such a fun fit for Tekken. Like, his Mad Dog and Breaker style, especially, could be so much fun in Tekken. Like, just thinking of them converting those movesets over. Like, Majima doing all the Mad Dog stuff, all the breakdancing stuff. That shit could be so goofy and silly and fun.
Cannot unlock gate.
Okay, I'm not supposed to go back. I grabbed a material. I must be still missing something. Everyone hates that game. From what I've seen, it doesn't seem like people hate Pirate Yakuza. Which is weird, because like I hear people say that all the time, but then whenever I see it actually brought up in the wild, it's normally like lukewarm to somewhat positive. It's never like, oh, I love Pirate Yakuza, but it's always like, Pirate Yakuza is pretty okay. It is more what I tend to see. Not like hate. Yeah. Speaking of Yakuza, newer Yakuza stuff, why was I not informed that Kiwami 3's soundtrack is fucking awesome? I haven't even heard the whole thing, but I kind of randomly was like, oh yeah, they probably have some new tracks. It popped up on my Spotify because I have other Yakuza music on my Spotify, and Kiwami 3's soundtrack popped up, and I was like, oh, you know, I bet they have some remade tracks from OG Yakuza 3, and I would like to check it out. And it's all gas. Every remade track is awesome. And I've only even listened to like one original track. I can't get through that door. I'm sorry, boys. One of you's got to go if you're not letting... Oh. Can't get through it anyway. Maybe some of the original tracks were good. I had heard Mine's combat theme for Dark Ties before, and that's also great. That's a really good, just general combat theme. Not like total ass, but kind of ass. I think The Fly is good.
Cannot unlock gate.
I think it's a little over the top compared to the original one. Like, I think they tried to add a whole lot to make it more like dynamic feeling, and it was maybe a little too much. But I think other than that, the new Fly is good. It's kind of just potato, to be honest. And I definitely, I don't like Kazuma's theme as much in the Kiwami version. That one's in there too, and I listen to that and I'm just like, it's not as clean. They tried to add some stuff to it that it doesn't feel the same. Doesn't feel quite right. Kazuma? This is why they changed his name in Yakuza 1 and 2, you see? Now you get it. Kazama. I probably did misspeak, to be fair. The second time I did it on purpose. I probably did the first time.
Cannot unlock gate.
But yeah, his boss theme. It's not quite as good, but like Pure Malice is in there. And it's fucking great. And Intelligence for Violence is in there from Yakuza 1. And it's fucking great. And I genuinely, like, I was listening to it just in the car the other day because it popped up on my Spotify, and I was like, what the fuck? Why did no one tell me that Kiwami 3's soundtrack was cooking? Like, it's not all perfect. It's not all an improvement, but, like, from what I listened to, it was damn good. It was pretty damn good. In OG Yakuza 3 is a top 10 Yakuza song. Hey. The Yakuza 1 version is still my favorite. Although the Kiwami 3 version is really good. It's extra jazzy in the Kiwami 3 version, which is a good thing. Because the best part of that song is how jazzy it is. compared to most of like Yakuza 1's combat themes. Where the fuck am I going, dog? Where are we going? That's the locked door from earlier. But yeah, Fly and
Cannot unlock
Kazama's
gate.
theme are probably the two that I'm like, eh. I don't like them as much, but they're still good. You know? Then, like, Pure Malice is good. Like, really good. That might be the highlight from what I listened to. And Mine's combat theme. Have you heard it, Tibby? Just his, like, general, like, random encounter theme. There's a truck you need to find. Man, where the fuck did they hide this truck?
Cannot unlock gate.
I haven't listened to like any of it. Hold on. I'll get you the name of Mine's just general combat theme because you gotta hear it. It's good. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm sending you on an assignment. You come back to me in like 3 minutes. It's called Dark Alley.
Cannot unlock gate.
Kiwami 3 Dark Alley. Trust me. Trust me. Where the fuck did they put this little truck? I feel like I'm going in circles. I must be going in circles. I have to be. I know I have to be. Okay. Not digging it as much. I really like it. I haven't listened to the Yakuza 3 version in a while though, because I kind of forget that it's in that game, to be real. I might have to compare it to that later.
Cannot unlock gate.
Good work.
Oh my god.
Leave the rest to us.
Oh my god.
Target achieved.
That was some dude's cover. He's like, I don't know. This doesn't sound quite right. This doesn't sound like independence for violence. I always call it intelligence for violence because it was mistranslated on the Yakuza 1 soundtrack. Independence for violence. It's put in an awful place. The maze doesn't help. It really doesn't. That was a pain in the ass. Think they've nerfed the super credit farming? Bro, you want to tell me about nerfed farming? I swear to you they nerfed the Countess in Diablo 2. I'm still pissed about it. Because what the fuck did I go through this morning? That bitch has like, I think it's like a 40%-ish drop rate for runes, even in normal difficulty. I was trying to farm for runes. I didn't get a single one in like 40 minutes. That was like all of my, you know, just for me, fun time, gaming time for the morning. Didn't get a fucking drop. Not one rune. Little different guitar and added brass strings, changed piano solo, but not trumpet solo. Yeah. It's kind of just the same thing, but like cleaner, and it has more dynamic range in it. You can really hear, but if you're also listening to me, you probably can't hear it as well. The added dynamic range, it goes a long way. When they just remake one of those older tracks with less compression and more dynamic range on it, it really goes a long way. They did nerf the credit farming. And for the record, I'm joking. They definitely did not nerf rune farming in Diablo 2. I'm just pissed that my RNG was so bad this morning, I didn't get jack shit. Anyway, Chrome. Great news! We have determined the whereabouts of the leader of the terrorist group Struggle. Oh, he is in the ruins of Viela in the eastern Drogna region. This is the venue for secret meetings with his sponsor, Murakumo. Your mission? Destroy the enemy leader's AC. Up until now, many plans have been foiled by that one man. I loathe to admit it, but his skills are unmistakably well honed. Nearly all reference material about the ruins was lost in the Great Destruction, so its internal structure is unknown. There may be traps, but you'll be okay in an AC. Moonlight level and a maze, yep. This is the chance of a lifetime. Do not fail us, be sure to get him. Kill Struggle Leader is the name of the mission. I had to double check so that I could find the thing. What was Mine's theme? It's called Dark Alley, like as in alleyway. That one's a banger, I'm telling you. That one's good. That one's real good. Like, that is probably the most exciting part of eventually getting to play Dark Ties for me so far. Is just that combat theme playing all the time.
System engaged.
The wall mine... Oh. The wall mine somewhere. This is like a full game walkthrough that has like the route through the entire level. And he's like, yeah, the wall mine at this bit that I mentioned before has the secret part behind it.
Out of area. Combat halted.
Fuck this game sometimes. Just as soon as I hear the warning and process it, I'm already out. Classic Armored Core 1 moment. God damn it. With that fuller range, it's so nice. I also, just randomly recently, certainly no reason for this whatsoever, I was kind of like, I wonder if the old opening song for the Fist of the North Star anime, like the original TV series anime adaptation of Fist of the North Star, is on Spotify. And I went and searched it up. It's not, but the movie version of it is, like the one done by the same guy, but he did it for the film adaptation of Fist of the North Star that came out like the same year. And it's got like all this crazy extra like orchestral stuff behind it and everything, and it's heavenly. It's so good. I was just like, what? How have I never heard this? I never watched the movie, to be fair. I know that the movie is like this weird, like super condensed version of the manga.
System
Like mega
engaged.
condensed. To the point where they were just like, put Yuria in Cassandra so that Ken has a reason to go there and fight Rao at Cassandra to save Yuria. That's like the one thing that I've heard about it before. is that it does stuff like that where it like condenses a shit ton all into one place just so that it can hit it faster. It sounds weird. I'll watch it someday, surely. Ow. Where am I? Did I just fall, like, did I just get sent straight into a hole in the floor? Yeah, okay. That was so disorienting. Will you watch the new one? I mean, I will. Bro, I was literally just messaging False about it yesterday because I remembered they were doing it. And, what's it? I went and looked up the trailers, and I went back to that first teaser trailer again, and I was like, man, the CGI looks bad. Like, just straight up, it looks like shit, right? In almost every spot. But then they released like a new official trailer, like trailer. They called it Trailer One. That original one was labeled the teaser. This one was like Trailer One. And it showed a lot more hand-drawn art. And even the CGI that was in that trailer looked better. But it still kind of gives me that vibe that, like, since they had a few months in between those trailers, they saw the reaction to the teaser and were like, okay, only show like the very best CGI shots that we have. Don't get too crazy. Like, just play it safe. It feels cherry-picked a bit. And there's also a trailer too that kind of felt the same way. But man, the hand-drawn stuff in both of those trailers is fucking gorgeous. And then the CGI just looks like, even when the CGI looks not like shit, it looks nowhere near as good as those hand-drawn shots. And it kind of already is pissing me off, where I'm like, even if I do enjoy this, I'm gonna enjoy this in the sense of, like, you know, it looks better than the old 80s anime that just didn't even try to stick to the original art style much at all from the manga. But it should have been done better. I feel like it's just what I'm gonna be thinking the whole time. Because you're gonna be bouncing between stuff that looks fucking incredible and then those incredibly uncanny, stiff CGI models that they showed in the original teaser. You know what does look good though? That Sekiro anime, that looks gorgeous. That new Sekiro, sorry, I'm talking too fast. Anime does look amazing. Just visually, like the animation and stuff is crazy. Is there nothing in this room? Like, there's not a hole in the floor or the ceiling anywhere? Am I crazy? God, this mission. There's not. This room is empty. Yes, I've seen DLSS 5. Why does the Fist of the North Star game count as a Yakuza game when the Skycrawlers does not count as an Ace Combat game? Fist of the North Star Lost Paradise, as it's called in the West. In Japan, they did not title it Fist of the North Star Lost Paradise or any even roughly equivalent translation. In Japan, that game is called Hokuto ga Gotoku, which is straight up, you know how in Japan, Fist of the North Star is Hokuto no Ken, and Yakuza is Ryu ga Gotoku. It's a fusion of those two names, straight up, where when you roughly translate it out, it's, what's it? Like a North Star, if you want to be rough with the translation, but more literally, it's like a Big Dipper. In Japan, the manga is not called Fist of the North Star, it's called Fist of the Big Dipper when you directly translate it. And yeah, all the voice cast is literally just the Yakuza voice cast. Like, Kenshiro is played by, what's it? By Kiryu's voice actor. And they have an English dub, but it's really bad. It's not like Yakuza 1 levels of bad, but it's not a whole lot better. Thankfully, the Japanese dub is easily available in the English version of the game. Thank fuck for that. Because if I had to play through the game with that dub, because it's not like bad enough to be funny in the way that the Yakuza 1 dub is, it's just kind of like painfully stiff. Like it's one of those dubs. You know what I mean? Like it's just kind of like, oh. Like every time someone opens their mouth, you're like, ooh. Why did they say it like that? But literally in Japan, a point being with just the title, I was using that as a stepping stone to... They, in Japan, marketed the game as, this is a Yakuza spin-off set in the world of Fist of the North Star. Like, that was basically the marketing campaign in Japan. And for the first 2 weeks of the game, this is the funny trivia, they gave away a skin that lets you replace Kenshiro's model with Kiryu for free. If you played the game during the first 2 weeks of it being out, you just got a Kiryu skin for free that you could play the whole game with. It's like a $5 DLC or something nowadays. But if you bought the game right when it came out in Japan, they just gave it away as like a celebratory thing for launch. And to lean into the fact that Kiryu is the one playing Kenshiro already. His actor, you know what I mean? In the West, weirdly, Fist of the North Star Lost Paradise barely got any marketing whatsoever. And even when it did get marketing, it just got marketed as a Fist of the North Star game, and they didn't lean into the connection to the Yakuza brand at all. Like, they did not even mention the connection in the Western marketing. But in Japan, that, like, was the entire marketing campaign. Was, this is a Yakuza game with Fist of the North Star. Because Fist of the North Star in general as well, I guess this kind of might be part of it, is super popular in Japan. Like, even still to this day. In the West, not so much. I mean, it's not like no one has watched it or read it in the West, but it's a small group comparatively. I finally found the hole. That took a bit. Nothing new. And keep her going. Is it this one? Is this the part of the floor to drop through? It is. I recognize it. I remember from doing this before. Other side. Sonic barely gets any marketing in Japan because it's never sold well over there. Huh. But yeah, they weirdly, and I guess Yakuza wasn't huge here either at that point. Like, even Yakuza 0's English release had only come out like a year prior. And that's the first game that like got the ball rolling on Yakuza popularity over here. And even then, it wasn't the one that made it like explode. You know what I mean? Like, it would still be a few years after that until it was popular in the West. And even today, it's not like overwhelmingly popular. It's pretty popular now in the West. Like, a lot of Western gamers are like, oh yeah, I've played a Yakuza game or two. They're a lot of fun. But even then, it's not like a huge mainstream, like it's not Resident Evil to compare it to other shit. It's not Metal Gear, you know? It's starting to pick up some steam, but it has a ways to go before being like huge. Is this where I came from? No, I don't think so. Because where I came from had a fireball. I think. See, but this feels like where I came from, and there's no enemies here. So I'm thinking this is maybe where I came from. Fuck this mission. Surprise doctor appointment. That sounds like fun. I love a surprise doctor appointment. There we go. Hopefully that went well. You won't get sales if you don't market, but they don't market because they don't get sales. Yeah. I'm still kind of surprised that they localized Ishin, to be totally real. For Ishin Kiwami. Oh, more a surprise that I didn't know about it. Okay, okay. Hey, I had something like that last night when my mom randomly texted me in like the late afternoon and she was like, hey, my flight lands at midnight. Could you pick me up at the airport? And then being the kind person I am, I said, yeah, I'll pick you up at midnight at the airport. Even though I should be sleeping, I will. And then it got better because her flight started getting delayed after I agreed to pick her up. You guys know when she actually landed? 3:15 a.m. I had to get there and pick her up from the airport. 3:15 in the morning. I did it. I'm a little tired today, but I did. Standard arrival. Bro, I was just like, what are these delays? We started at midnight and it just keeps getting worse. It's awful. Was the airport at the sketchy part of town? No. Our TSA has been shut down for the last little bit, which is our airport security, our like national airport security. So the airports have been fucked for like a month or so now. Struggle's demise. Good work. Take out the leader of a terrorist group and they run around like a chicken with its head cut off. Hopefully this will shut up those Murakumo scum too. We can't keep fighting forever. This world needs a powerful leader. One whose presence can lead and control all of humanity, and the sooner the better. Why the fuck is TSA shut down? I honestly have no clue. I just know that our airports have been an absolute disaster because of it for like the last month. I have zero idea why they're shut down, to be real with you. I could not tell you. It's a good question, actually. The Transportation Security Administration, TSA, is currently experiencing significant disruptions due to a partial government shutdown caused by a funding lapse for the Department of Homeland Security. So it's okay, that would make sense that DHS oversees and handles TSA. I would not have made that connection on my own, but that makes perfect sense having that written in front of me now. And there is currently a partial government shutdown because the Democrats in the US put in a shutdown because they're stating that DHS is getting a, is getting like excess funding that's disappearing. And I don't know if that's true or not, but I heard about that shutdown. That's not Doge? No, it was Congress. It was Democratic representatives in Congress. Government shutdowns are from Congress. They come from Congress. They're the ones who put us into or take us out of a shutdown. But apparently it's all of DHS that is having this. If my holiday copy pasta will set off the bot in here, it probably will. I thought TSA got funding cut. No, DHS got their funding cut by Congress, and that has had the trickle-down effect of TSA, because apparently they're under the umbrella of DHS. Which, again, I would not have known or been able to tell you. But now that has been spelled out for me, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. That Homeland Security would oversee transportation security. That actually does make a lot of sense now that I've had that explained to me. So I should try it then, is what I'm hearing. I suppose you could try it. Let me double check destroy base computer real quick. Do you have a hidden part? No, thank God. Because I'm probably going to get lost as is. Chrome! We have a mission for you regarding the old military facility southwest of Isaac City. It is now occupied by the Earth Environment Reclamation Committee. It's over 5... Oh, just basic Twitch limits already. Damn. It's hard to hit the character limit on Twitch. The group purports to survey the above-ground environment, but this seems questionable. Isn't the moonlight super hidden? We just got it in the last mission, and yes, it's awful. The reason given for their entering the facility is said to be the peaceful dismantling of residual military facilities. But they are taking too long for that. Whoa, hiccup. We are studying their background, but we must do something about this group quickly. According to surveys, this facility functioned as a military data bank before the Great Destruction. The main computer may still have records from that time. It works if he splits it up. I'm actually surprised that the emotes don't flag it. Or terms such as Clover Coochie. Actually, that also... Twitch is very open about Coochie. If their true target is this data, this is no trifling matter. Heaven forbid for that to be it. We want you to break into the facility and destroy the main computer. I guess emote spamming is just kind of part of Twitch culture. Yeah, Moonlight is super hidden in this game, which is funny considering, like, the Karasawa is kind of just right there on the floor in front of you in, like, an early game mission.
System engaged.
And then Moonlight is, like, hidden in the deepest ravine, the secret ravine, mind you, of one of the very last missions in only one route of the game. Like, when you think about it, it's a little wild. Although I guess Moonlight, like, was the big legacy just FromSoft weapon at this point in time. Like, if you're not aware, the Moonlight blade comes from Kingsfield even. It predates Armored Core. And obviously it made its way into the Souls games later too. That's probably where it's most known. Is like the Moonlight Greatsword from Demon Souls, Dark Souls, Elden Ring, what have you. Started all the way back in Kingsfield, whereas the Karasawa, at this point with AC1, was just a random developer's like secret hidden weapon that he put in. It wasn't quite the big legacy weapon that we think of it as being at this point. But from a balancing standpoint, it's crazy that the most broken weapon in the game is so readily available early on compared to the Moonlight. Because, like, the Moonlight's OP as fuck, too. Don't get me wrong. But It's no Karasawa. The Moonlight at least takes a little bit of mechanical skill and stuff. Can you read that out, including emote names? It doesn't display as emote names for me, unfortunately. Asking Chole Wall? Who the fuck is Chole Wall? Ren, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Just say like cat emote, splash emote. Ah. I'm gonna save the ammo. The Moonlight being the hidden gem. Guess. To be fair, Armored Core does have a lot of like little things that are subtle and kind of easy to gloss over in terms of accessibility for like newer players or just players who are struggling in general. And it's kind of easy to forget that a lot of those things are for the sake of accessibility, like Human Plus, right? Human Plus is literally like if you're struggling to the point where you are deep into debt because you're just failing mission after mission, your game will start back at the beginning with everything you've already built up, credits, parts, all of it, and you'll get permanent buffs to your pilot for the rest of that save file. Like, you will just be more powerful forever after hitting that break point. This is just a dead end. I'm a target. I forgot there's a...
You're a raven? I don't know anything about those things here. What did you hear? Forget it. Prepare to die.
Oh.
Target achieved.
Rip Bozo, that was fast. Armored Core 3 does Human Plus well. I like OP Intensify. I like the New Game Plus aspect to OP Intensify particularly. Like, that just getting the part doesn't immediately grant you all of the benefits, but it's more like a part that you get just from completing the game, not even 100%. But then each additional upgrade beyond just like the very foundation of it is earned from a challenge within the game. I like that. I would have liked if that was how it was from the beginning. But admittedly, Human Plus in like Gen 1, Gen 2 has its own unique appeal as well. I should only have this one mission left, I think. Maybe there could be like a Human Plus you could buy for a lot of money that gets you all the upgrades. Because in this one, there's multiple levels. Yeah. There's, well, technically 6 levels, but in actuality, there are 3 levels. It's weird as fuck in Gen 1. Cause, what's it? Gen 1 Human Plus, when you hit the first loop of Human Plus, you get like just the radar, I believe. I could be mistaken about that, but I think it's just the radar. And then on the second loop of Human Plus, you get nothing. Like, nothing gets upgraded the second time you go into Human Plus. But the third time, you get a further upgrade. I don't remember. I think it's the generator, like, energy use being cut in half the third time. And then, like, fourth time, you get nothing. Fifth time, you get nothing. Sixth time, you get the laser beam, and you don't have to crouch when shooting shoulder weapons and those things. Wall context has been sent. No. No. No, 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 no. It's funnier without it. Who made the actual man? Because those pants are some insider knowledge. I know that Hot Sauce is not aware of those pants unless you informed him of those pants. And yes, I do know the input for Blade Beam in Gen 1. Every enemy had OP Intensify and every optional part equipped because balance. Hey. I like my last Raven, okay? What is happening? Something that she sent me that... I have a specific pair of pants that she thinks is funny. What pants? I'm keeping those pants insider knowledge. I am. I'm keeping that to myself. Come participate in an AC battle that the Nest will be holding over the next few days. This invitational event pits ace pilots in AC to AC battles where the winner takes all. Naturally, there are benefits to entering. The winner of each battle will be presented with prize money in an amount equivalent to the pay for a normal mission. No shot it's the same pair. It's not the exact same pair, but the fact that it's even that similar, that's not coincidence. There's intentionality behind that. But no, it's not the exact same pair of pants. It's just, it's very similar. We will decide the opponents for the battles. You are free to choose any weapons or equipment. We are looking forward to you participating actively. AC Training Ground. Win the battle. I just Google blank pajamas. Yeah, no, even just the fact that you had those in there. Context times 2.
So you're the scum who attacked the train. Now's a good time. Let's settle this right now.
Let's settle this now.
System engaged.
Let's get 9-balled.
Target achieved.
I made the man. I figured because she forwarded it. I just assumed that that was you. He got 9-balled. Let me tell you. He really did. That is wild. We didn't get to hear that banger song. That was something, man. Look at that. I got the 100% file. Let's settle this. Dies in 4 seconds. I felt like 9-ball there for a second. In that fight, I felt it. I felt it. Now we have 100% 9-ball, which I was going to say before when DS said the 100% reward thing. The Gen 1 and I believe 2 has the same reward, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a while, though. The Gen 1 100% reward is fucking ridiculous. It's way more broken than Human Plus, in my opinion. That being the overweight restriction being lifted. to where, like, oh, fuck's sake. Oh, that's right. If I put on, like, heavy-ass arms, it'll say overweight. But I have 100% on this file now. So, like, if I just load in with it,
Test mode engaged.
doesn't matter. Game doesn't give a shit. I 100%ed it, so it's like, oh yeah, whatever. Just throw on what you want, I guess. That's way more broken than Human Plus. She said she'd stick her finger in that. In case it wasn't clearly audible. Probably referring to the 9-ball mech, I would assume. No, I never made a false mecho in Gen 1 Armored Core. Wasn't it? It is K1, isn't it? The arms? Or am I misremembering? Those were his arms, right? Oh no, I'm losing it. What weapons would False be armed with? Always a shotgun. Yeah, it is ANK1. I thought so. I had to go double check what I had before. Shoulder weapons? I don't know. But I can tell you definitively, if you are ever trying to make a false mecho, she has to have a shotgun. Because you have never seen a woman so excited to find a shotgun in any game that she ever touches. Like, she finds a shotgun, she emotionally attaches to it. That is her gun now. You should have seen her playing Gears of War. I don't know if I've ever seen her happier with a video game shotgun, to be real. Or pistol. Or pistol. She does the same thing with pistols, but probably shotgun. And I don't really think Gen 1 has any great shotguns, unfortunately. At least not that I recall. I know it has shotguns somewhere. Does it not? Wait, does Gen 1, maybe just AC1 doesn't have a shotgun? Am I just mistaken, or is it already owned, or what? Still not over murdering a man in Morrowind? Yeah, so I mentioned a bit ago that False and I were going to play the Fallout 3 and New Vegas, like, combined mod with the multiplayer New Vegas mod combined. We started playing it. It's too janky, because the mod isn't really made for, like, co-op playthroughs. It's made just to have a bunch of people all running around the Fallout wasteland together and doing their own thing. So we were like, okay, another Bethesda game that has multiplayer, and I had done the Morrowind mod before, so I was like, if you're down, I'll buy you Morrowind and set up a server for it and everything real quick, and we can play that. Because it's a great mod for playing co-op if you set it up that way. It can also be set up just to have, like, PvP and everyone going around doing their own thing, but you get to set that yourself on your personal server. So you can set it up for co-op, and it's amazing. It's probably the best out of, like, all of the Bethesda multiplayer mods. The Morrowind one is so good. And we've been playing that the last couple nights. She's never played Morrowind. And so in, like, the first town, like the tutorial area type town of the game, the really small one at the beginning, there's a quest where you can find a man murdered, like, right outside of town, and then go investigate his murder. And we found his murderer. She's talking to him. He's like, yeah, I fucking killed that guy. He deserved it. And then she was faced with the choice of turning him in or letting him go free because the man he killed was a tax collector. A greedy, greedy tax collector. And she, unfortunately, apparently, in terms of her own conscience, gave in to the fact that there was a 500 gold bounty on finding this man's killer. And she had to kill him. The killer. And she just kept going on about it for the whole rest of the night. She's like, I killed a man. I'm like, aren't you a Fallout fan? Like, why are you so torn up about killing a murderer in this one Morrowind quest? I thought you played Fallout. Like, this one morally gray quest just ruined her for like the whole night. I was like, what is happening? Meanwhile, 2 days prior, when we were playing the Fallout one, I shit you not, we get to Megaton in Fallout 3. I'm like that on Fallout 2? No. Let me speak this into their ears real quick. We'll let them decide. 2 days prior to this, we were playing the Fallout 3 co-op before we gave up on it. We get to Megaton, and our quests are tracked separately. So you know what she says to me, chat? She says, if you know the Megaton, like, quest line and stuff, that quest, yeah. She says, if you don't know, it's a town with a, like, nuclear warhead in the middle of the town that's just sitting there dormant. And you can choose to defuse it, leave it alone, or detonate it in the quest line. She says to me, since our quests are separate, I wonder what happens if I save the town and you blow it up. So, 2 nights ago, she's the fucking chaotic, like, hey, you should detonate this nuke in a town full of civilians. And then she plays Morrowind, and this one murderer appears, and she's just like, I can't kill him, though. Like, he killed a guy, so that's bad, but I can't kill him. The contrast, chaotic neutral. It was so funny. Most sane gamer girlfriend. She was just immediately like, I could save the town and you could nuke it. That was a completely original thought on her part. Don't let her convince you otherwise. There are 47 missions in Armored Core 1. That's a good amount. That's why she said you had to blow it up, not her. This does not excuse her behavior. Don't even. I mean, we got like 30 minutes to hang out. I could just... There are some good missions in AC1. And I have a lot of parts to still buy. You know what I could do, to be honest? Oh wait, no, there's 40... I was right. There's 47. There's 47. We open up a little random.org. If you guys did what she proposed. No, we kind of gave up on it. What's it? In the middle of Megaton. Because it's really janky in the sense that because everyone can do their own thing, but everyone has to have NPCs loaded in separately, since, like, quest lines can vary so much, it does this thing where, like, you have your NPCs going around like normal, but then the other players' NPCs are also going around as like ghosts. Like it's the same NPC, there's just 2 of them everywhere, and they're like semi-transparent, the other players. And then yeah, the mod runs in the New Vegas executable. It just ports Fallout 3 into New Vegas to combine the 2. So it's New Vegas. So it crashes a lot. And we were kind of like, okay, it's like the idea was fun, but it's just too janky to like realistically play the whole game like this, you know? I'm mad your voice didn't get picked up in the clip. What, in the Morrowind clip? Of the guard coming up?
My vibrate or my controller.
Is that what you're talking about?
God damn.
Anyway, random.org rolled me a 29. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Eliminate squatters, a classic. Thank you for the 300 bits all around. My new alerts, I think they're great. Personally, I think my new alerts are fantastic. Bits for streamer. But thank you for the 300 bits. That's what I was laughing at, was seeing that alert pop up. I think they're great. Just me laughing. Can I give the context to that clip? False. Am I allowed? Yeah? Okay. False. False made a little funny purchase on Amazon after finding out that she was able to. She got a bag of Delta 9 edibles, gummies. And they're 10 milligrams per gummy. And for my uninitiated, that's weed edibles. Yo, oh lord. And so last night she's like, I want to try them, but I'm worried because the last time I had edibles, because she's not very used to them. She's like, I'm worried because the last time I had edibles, I ate like 4 of them, and I was high for like 2 days straight, and I don't want to do that again. And I was like, okay, they're 10 milligrams per gummy. That's probably about what you need, considering that you're not used to weed. Just have one. And for like an hour-ish, a little more than an hour, I would say, she was like totally normal. And then all of a sudden, while we were playing Morrowind, I could tell that it had started to really hit her. And she was high playing Morrowind last night off of one 10 milligram gummy. Granted, it's Delta 9, so that's probably why. And while we're playing Morrowind, she's standing there like trying to tell me something. She's like, she's trying to get it out and she just can't. And full-on Bethesda moment happens where the random city guard walks over and stops right behind her. And I can't remember what exactly he says, but he says something like, all right, let's move this along now. And I just let out the loudest wheeze. It was just such a funny ass Bethesda moment, like her high trying to say something to me, and she just couldn't pull the sentence together at all. And I'm just sitting there in silence waiting, like being patient. And then the guard comes up and it's like, can you please get going? Come on. Oh yeah, he says, anytime now. It's so good. That clip is great. And of course, I clipped it. Immediately, I hit my hotkey to like record the last 30 seconds because holy fuck. And then yeah, like 10 seconds later, as I'm laughing about it, another random NPC comes up fuck, what did she say? It was something similar. I can't remember. I really wish I could. But it was so funny. Basically, another NPC came up and said something similar. Like something that could be interpreted in that context.
System engaged.
As them being like, can you please just spit it out, woman? Come on.
How dare you come here? Don't get carried away just because
And,
you're a raven.
After that, she suddenly turns around and sees that there's 2 NPCs standing right behind her. And she said, hurry this along, literally. She turns around and sees there's 2 NPCs and she starts like walking backwards. She's like, why is there a crowd forming around me? It's making me nervous. Like, oh my God. Yeah, 10 milligrams is enough for false. We now know that is plenty. And the bag, how many did it have, false? You said it had like 40 in that bag? The game will become real. I feel like the game did become real for her a couple times last night. There were some moments like that where she was like, I feel like Morrowind was becoming real for her. It was hilarious. It was so funny. And I'm just happy to be playing Morrowind. The hell chemical. And it's the funny part that I was joking with her about this morning is just that what's it? This woman can drink so much alcohol. You guys don't like really understand, but she drinks like only whenever she drinks straight whiskey. Nothing in it, no chaser. Like she just drinks whiskey straight, and she'll drink like multiple coffee mugs of it before she gets actually drunk. And then she has like one little 10 milligram gummy, and that's enough. Like she's blasted an hour later. It was so funny to me. I'm like, who are you? What? What is happening? Nothing wrong with straight whiskey. No, but I'm saying like she is so, like her body takes alcohol like it's nothing. Genuinely. But then she has like a tiny bit of THC. It's over. She is out of it. Not entirely out of it. She was actually still able to play the game and stuff well, but like she had moments like that where she would be trying to say something and just the sentence would not come together at all. Or like an NPC would stand too close to her in the game and she would have to back away because the NPC was making her nervous. Stuff like that was happening. And I was just like, I've seen you drink. Like you handle alcohol so easily. And just one little 10 milligram gummy does this to you. I don't understand. Granted, I know they're totally different things and different tolerances, but like she rarely drinks too. Like at this point, she maybe drinks like twice a year. Like legitimately. She used to drink more than twice a year, but now it is like once every half a year or so on special occasion. And even then, she still just fucking tanks straight whiskey like it's nothing. It's crazy to me. I don't get it. I don't get it.
We've arrived at the combat area. Many mines have been planted in this area. Be very careful in your movements.
System
Couldn't
engaged.
play Mario Kart. That's too much going on. Okay, landmines everywhere, but 9-ball? 9-ball got it. Nineball's too clean with it. The explosives are not going to be as effective, it would seem.
Target achieved.
Juice Galaxy. Bro, she's probably set for years on the bag that she just bought off of Amazon. Although they definitely expire, right? Can't find the message of you. Expire is good means less potent. No. False. No. No, no, no. No. What are you looking for? The picture of the bag. The picture of the bag was what I was looking for. But no, it does not. I mean, it does mean less potent, but no. The fuck you just flash on screen? It was my wallpaper that flashed for a second. You see? One of them, because I have a bunch that rotate through. That one's actually my screenshot from when I was recording the game. I used it as one of my thumbnail bases when I was doing like the ABC testing. Oh, there it is. Oh yeah, okay. No expiration date on the front. Oh, it's 30 per bag. 30. Not 40. Still will probably last forever. Must suffer away at a bar on St. Patrick's Day. Oh no. Also trivia night. Ooh. Close enough. It is close enough, to be fair. Random.org says 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Repulse enemy attack is which one? Oh, the one on the blimp. The one up on the blimp. Is today St. Patty's? Yup. Today's the day. Alcohol day.
System engaged.
This is the captain speaking. Unidentified craft are approaching. I think it's them. Go
Ooh.
get them.
My brain, the wires crossed for a second. I was trying to strafe, not look up and down. Damn. That one is alive. I'm like, is it dead? Why can I not lock onto it? I always get disoriented on this mission. I'm not wearing green. Neither am I. I've actually got a bit of Irish in me. Oh, the targets. Wait. What are they displaying as on the map? Oh, they're displaying the exact same way that the automated turrets display. Fantastic. Same marker on the radar. You can tell, Gingy. Hey. shut it. Not Ginger. Fuckers. You guys wait until I move. You guys just wait. You're gonna hate it. I'm not gonna look Ginger on camera anymore. Once I'm not in this, well, actually, I don't know. My space there might also have fuck-ass yellow lights. I didn't really pay attention.
Target achieved.
I also have Irish got the red beard. I have brown hair. My beard is a little ginger. My beard has that sort of like reddish tint to it. But my hair doesn't. Bet you still will with that lighting. This woman. You have hair? That took me a second. That's the hot sauce. I'm like, yes, I have hair. The fuck? My dad has a completely red beard, but only my sister got any red hair. She's ultra ginger. It's weird, like how inconsistently that gene passes down, you know? Because, like, in general, that was a good one. You know what? I gotta give it to him. That was a good one. Base generator. Isn't this the one we did earlier? Yeah. I like mop up chrome remnants. I'll just go one down. I like this mission. Sinkhole the proof. Do not send me the proof. If AC1 got anything right, it was the variety. They really did just try everything. That's true. A lot of AC1's missions are just destroy the enemies, but in so many variations of it, it kind of does feel like they were just legitimately kind of sitting there like, okay, what all can we do to differentiate the missions? Like, how can we make shooting MTs feel different? And then anything that they did come up with, they just said, yeah, fuck it, make one of those. Only one or two of each idea, but make it. Like, now that you mention it, AC1's mission design kind of does feel the most like just throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks out of any of the AC games. They're just like, destroy enemies while on a blimp. Destroy enemies without destroying the generators. Destroy enemies while in the chamber, or sorry, in the, yeah, I guess in the chamber, I don't know what you would call it, of a giant space laser death cannon. Destroy enemies while defending a train. They were really just going for it. Anything they thought of, they were like, yeah, fuck it, make that. Make one of those. Try it out. And then I feel like the couple that they did make like two of instead of just one and then not using the gimmick again were probably the ones that in like playtesting, they were like, oh yeah, this is a good one. We'll do a second one of those. Give me a double serving of, I'm trying to think. The prototype AC test. Prototype MT, I don't remember which it is, which it's labeled, but you know the one I'm talking about. Eliminate squatters. One of the game's like tutorial missions, they literally just made two of them. Like same map, but just same map, same enemies even, but there's just like twice as many of those enemies within the map. And it pops up like 10 missions or so into a playthrough instead of at the very start. Like, it seems like there were some that they did just really like, and they just said, all right, make a second one. It's fun. Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, this game definitely has that. Constantly forget that I can do that. Especially because Gen 1's input for it is so weird. If you're not familiar with the laser blade input on Gen 1, instead of you just getting the blade if you're boosting forward and use the blade,
Danger.
you have to actually, like, stop boosting and then hit your laser blade button, and at a certain point in the animation, like, you have to time it, you tap the boost button to get the actual wave to come out. Where the fuck did he go? Oh my god, he's moving. Bro, I'm up in the skybox right now. Jesus, I can't keep track. I don't know how I hit that.
Target achieved.
That's a good mission just for that final fight. That thing is cool as fuck. I like that one. That one never gets old for me. Never gets old. I like that fight. This is good. Do it again. It is kind of funny that they did that. Like, now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, there are a bunch of missions that they just made 2 of them instead of only the one. Those are probably just the ones that got, like, the best responses from the initial playtests and stuff when the game was coming together. Like, exterminate organisms with the weird-ass bug things. There are 2 of those. They were just like, oh yeah, these bugs are cool. All right, do it again. Same tunnel system, 3 times as many bugs. There are just some of those in here that, when you think about it, are goofy as shit. Trying to think. I got time to do one more, and I'm just kind of looking like, is there a particularly good mission that I didn't play today? Is that not the same AC battle that's at the very bottom of the list? There's 2 of them. What's the other one? I'm curious now. They have, like, the same briefing and everything. I miss Metal Bug. Metal Bug might make a comeback. You never know.
With your skill, one-on-one isn't a fair fight.
Just a different matchup.
So we have evened things up with a bit of a handicap.
All right,
now
shit.
Let's start.
System engaged. Name of AC. Fefner.
Fefner? Oh my god. Get 9-balled. Man, I swear, when I do get back into the old gen controls, I start feeling it. There are times where I'm doing it. And it feels nice. It's satisfying once I'm, like, totally locked back in and warmed up on it again. Because the control scheme is so unusual that when you do actually start piloting that smoothly, it's real satisfying. Fefner. What can I afford? With the gift of hindsight, what score does this game get now? I mean, I don't necessarily have interest in like rescoring, especially the series where I scored them like on a first time impression. Like, I don't know if I would really change it, because I feel like you get, in a way, like your most genuine score off of a first time playthrough like that. You know? Like, the RE games were really hard to rate sometimes. Because I really had to sit there and be like, okay, how much of this is the result of me having played this game like 10 times? And how much of this is like legit? You know what I mean? It affects it. That's what I'm trying to say. So I don't know if I would rescore it. But I think like on my Armored Core tier list, if you would, I feel like tier lists are easier to do from like the perspective of having played the games a fuck ton, as opposed to like a number score. This is probably like because it's also on the scale of the franchise rather than just as a game. Some people don't do that, and some people would be like, the worst things on this tier list are a B tier, but let's be honest, that's no fun. No one likes that. Something has to go in F and something has to go in S. There has to be like a worst and a best on a tier list. In that sense, AC1 is probably like a high C or a low B on like the scale of the franchise specifically. Where it's like, it's good, but it's got some first game syndrome, and it really just, more than anything, when you look at it as opposed to the other entries, it kind of just suffers from not having those ideas earlier, or just not being as polished, really. Like, the foundation is here, but it's a bit of a rough foundation, if that makes sense. And that roughness is charming once you're familiar with the franchise. But when you first play it in release order, and this is like the first impression of the franchise as a whole, it just feels rough. Like, rather than feeling endearing. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense, but I feel like that makes sense. It doesn't feel like the early building blocks of something, because you don't have that context. So it just kind of is like, ooh, yeah, that one's a bit rough. Those games are like a 4 and a 2? Okay, come on, a 2? I gave Umbrella Corps like a 3. A 2 is pretty fucking bad. Umbrella Corps, a 3 might have been a bit generous. I still love that that guy the other day ordered every score that I ever gave the Resi games and put them in like a ranking list based off of what I gave. Because looking back on it, I was like, this is weirdly accurate to how I would probably rank them, like on a tier list. There were exceptions because I don't reference prior scores when doing later ones. I just go off of my gut. So there were things that I'm like, I would shuffle that around a little bit. But for the most part, like if I did a Resident Evil tier list just off my own personal enjoyment of everything, it would match that ranking pretty well for the most part. Anyway, it is about that time, and I got to get back to the big video work. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy and you haven't done so already, feel free to go ahead and leave a sub, follow, whatever. Come back another time. We're doing this. We're doing all sorts of other stuff. We're doing this as a bonus thing for now, maybe more soon. I don't know. No promises. But other things that we're really doing a lot of include, but are not limited to, Yakuza, Resident Evil, Metal Gear, Ace Combat, all sorts of stuff. Come back for any of it. Also, if you enjoyed and you haven't done so already, feel free to go ahead and leave a like on the YouTube side. It helps boost the stream up in the algorithm. You know how that goes. Thank you if you've done so already. Thank you if you're about to do so. If you're looking for links to anything else outside of Twitch or YouTube to engage with the community, Check out links in the description below on the YouTube side or on the Twitch side. They're on the channel page. They're in chat commands. You'll be able to find whatever you're looking for. Twitter, Discord server, they're all there. Other than that, though, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope to see you always back here next time. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Thank you for coming to the stream, and goodbye.